We have all these incredible scientific advances for your health and for the way you look. And I think if you use them in the right way, it's a beautiful thing.
Everybody Loves Raymond may have been all about the hilariously chaotic Barone family, but what really makes it legendary is what happened behind the scenes. From the unexpected quirks of the cast to cleverly hidden secrets, the show is packed with secrets most viewers never knew. One of the most intriguing reveals: Patricia Heaton, now 66, managed to keep something under wraps the entire time she played the quick-witted Deborah Barone. It's just one of the many fascinating details that prove there was so much more going on behind those laugh tracks. Ready to peek behind the curtain of one of TV's most beloved sitcoms? Let's dive in. Ray Romano. Initially disliked the title. In the first opening sequence of Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray is shown introducing each member of his family as they all stand on a moving conveyor belt in front of their house. The intro wraps up with Robert, Ray's brother, delivering the line, "Everybody Loves Raymond." Interestingly, the show's title was based on a remark made by Ray Romano's real-life brother. CBS initially used it as a placeholder name for the series, but it stuck and became the official title.
Everybody Loves Raymond was a sarcastic comment that my brother was a New York City police officer.
Yes.
And at the time, one day he said, "Yeah, I go to work, people shoot at me. Raymond goes to work, and everybody loves Raymond."
Although Romano thought the title was attention-grabbing, he was unsure about it being the permanent name for the show because he worried it might attract criticism. And yet, Everybody Loves Raymond. As the series earned praise and won several awards, the title started to feel more appropriate.
Everybody loves Raymond. I go to work, people shoot at me. Ray goes to work, people do the wave. When he sits down, has a hot dog, doodles on a piece of paper, they give him a trophy.
The series became so popular that it inspired a joke in another show, Everybody Hates Chris, which played off its widely recognized title. Changes to the children's names. Family sitcoms often featured children as part of their cast to authentically portray family life. However, some shows, like The King of Queens, stood out by focusing on a married couple without kids. When creating Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray Romano took inspiration from his own life, especially when shaping the personalities of the children in the show. At the time of the show's debut, Romano had 3 children, a daughter named Alexandra and twin sons, Gregory and Matthew. In the pilot episode, the children were named Allie, Gregory, and Matthew, mirroring Romano's real-life family. However, concerned about the close parallels between the show and his personal life, Romano decided to create more separation between fiction and reality. As a result, the boys' names were changed to Michael and Jeffrey, while the daughter's name, Allie, remained unchanged. This adjustment allowed Romano to balance his personal experiences with the creative storytelling of the series. The inclusion of children in Everybody Loves Raymond added a layer of depth to the show's portrayal of family life. Although the Barone kids weren't as prominently featured as in other sitcoms, their presence was essential to the dynamics of the show. Interestingly, early changes in the casting of the children may have gone unnoticed by some viewers. In the pilot episode, Ray and Deborah's twin sons, Matthew and Jeffrey, were played by real-life twins Justin and Drew Ferreira. However, as the series progressed, it became evident that the twins were visibly aging, which led to their replacement. In a unique twist, Madeline Sweeten, who played Allie, had 2 younger twin brothers, Sawyer and Sullivan Sweeten. They were cast as Michael and Jeffrey, taking over the roles from the Ferreira twins. This casting decision sparked curiosity among fans, as none of the child actors bore a strong physical resemblance to Ray's character. This lack of resemblance inspired fan theories and creative interpretations about the Barone family. Despite these changes, the Sweeten siblings brought a fresh energy to the series, enriching its exploration of family relationships and dynamics. These alterations didn't diminish the importance of the Barone children in the show. While not always in the spotlight, they remained a vital part of the series, contributing to its ability to connect with audiences on a deeper level, and making Everybody Loves Raymond a beloved staple in television history. Brad Garrett battled alcoholism. Brad Garrett, known for his role as Ray's brother Robert in the series, was undeniably one of the show's highlights. His skillful portrayal of Robert's mix of moods, jealousy, and sadness earned him 3 Emmy Awards during the show's run. However, away from the cameras, Garrett faced personal battles that were far removed from the humor and charm of his on-screen character. Years after Everybody Loves Raymond ended, Garrett bravely opened up about his struggles with being a high-functioning alcoholic while working on the show.
I was what they call a high-functioning alcoholic.
Yes.
I hit it really well, and then I got to the point where no one would know, and then I was, walking around on all fours barking.
Brad Garrett revealed that during the first season of the show, he often performed while under the influence of alcohol. Realizing the damaging effects of his actions, he made the decision to stop drinking before the season ended. Garrett's determination to overcome his addiction and focus on his well-being highlights the strength and resilience he displayed during this difficult period. By choosing to confront his struggles head-on, he laid the groundwork for a healthier life and demonstrated the power of self-awareness and perseverance in overcoming personal challenges. When a television series becomes highly popular, like Everybody Loves Raymond, deciding fair compensation for everyone involved can become a complicated issue. As the show's success grew, some individuals received significant pay raises, while others did not see the same financial adjustments. In 2003, Ray Romano, the lead actor and co-creator, received a major salary boost that made him the highest-paid actor on television at the time. Romano's earnings reached $1.8 million per episode, along with additional income from residuals. However, Brad Garrett, who played Ray's brother Robert, was dissatisfied when he learned he was earning only $160,000 per episode. Frustrated by the pay gap, Garrett decided to step away from the show temporarily. Other cast members also joined him in protest. After a few weeks, the group successfully negotiated higher salaries and returned to their roles, allowing the show to continue. Behind-the-scenes disputes. Conflicts can sometimes arise between actors on the sets of popular and successful sitcoms, much like the dynamics within real families. At times, these disagreements stem from differing political beliefs. Patricia Heaton, who played Deborah on the series, openly expressed her strong conservative views, which occasionally led to disagreements with her co-star Peter Boyle, who held liberal perspectives. Despite their opposing opinions, Heaton emphasized that their interactions remained friendly and respectful. They often exchanged playful jokes about their differences, keeping the tone lighthearted. Heaton had great admiration for Boyle, as shown by her attendance at his funeral in 2006. She also noted his support during her personal struggles, particularly during her journey to maintain sobriety. Interestingly, Patricia's real-life father, Chuck Heaton, was subtly honored in the show. In an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond, a small nod, commonly known as an Easter egg, creates a connection between Patricia's father and the series. Chuck Heaton was a highly respected journalist at the Cleveland Plain Dealer, where he worked for over 50 years and gained significant recognition for his work. On the show, Deborah, portrayed by Patricia, is married to Ray, who is also depicted as a journalist. Drawing from this similarity, the writers included a clever reference to Patricia's father. In a scene where Deborah is speaking to Ray about one of his co-workers, she mentions a name, Chuck Heaton. For those aware of Patricia's background, this subtle detail serves as a thoughtful link between her personal life and her role on the show. Patricia Heaton was pregnant twice during filming. During the production of the show, Heaton faced the unique challenge of keeping her pregnancies hidden from the audience. At the time, she already had 3 children and likely hadn't planned for more. But she unexpectedly became pregnant twice during the series. Since the pregnancies couldn't be written into the storyline, the producers had to come up with creative ways to keep them out of sight. They relied on common techniques, such as placing large objects in front of her, dressing her in loose-fitting clothes, and carefully framing her with specific camera angles. These methods were so effective that most viewers had no idea Heaton was pregnant while filming. The teamwork and resourcefulness of the cast and crew in keeping her pregnancies hidden are truly impressive and a testament to their dedication to the show. Patricia Heaton faced a lawsuit from her assistant in 2009, Jennifer Lee, who alleged that she was not fairly compensated for her work. Lee claimed that Heaton required her to work additional hours without proper payment, violating California labor laws that protect workers' rights. Lee stated she was owed $742 in unpaid wages, which led her to take legal action against her well-known employer. While Heaton was a prominent actress and also managing the demands of being a mother, the lawsuit pointed to possible shortcomings in how she handled her staff. Heaton and her legal team chose not to comment extensively on the matter. However, the incident serves as a reminder that even high-profile individuals with significant resources are still required to follow laws governing employee compensation. Real-life moments inspired the show. The television series Everybody Loves Raymond was heavily influenced by Ray Romano's real-life experiences. However, it's not as widely known that many of the conflicts and storylines in the show were also inspired by incidents from the lives of Romano or the writing team. Philip Rosenthal, the show's creator, often took dialogue directly from arguments he had with his own wife and incorporated them into the script. One example he shared was a disagreement over a can opener, which became the basis for a specific episode of the show. The series ended when the writers felt they had run out of fresh ideas and wanted to preserve the show's high quality rather than risk a decline in creativity. Rosenthal humorously remarked that if they had continued making episodes, the writers would have needed to intentionally get into arguments with their spouses just to come up with new material for the show. Peter Boyle landed the role, thanks to his grumpiness. Frank Barone, the father figure in Everybody Loves Raymond, is portrayed as grumpy and bad-tempered, bringing humor to the show through his antics. Interestingly, many people have noted that Peter Boyle, the actor who played Frank, was quite different from his character in real life. However, a funny incident occurred when Boyle met with Ray Romano and Phil Rosenthal to discuss his potential role in the sitcom. On the day of the meeting at Universal Studios, Boyle decided to bring his entire family along. Unfortunately, they faced a series of challenges, including difficulties getting past security, trouble finding a parking spot, and even entering the wrong building. By the time Boyle arrived at the meeting, he was noticeably annoyed. Later, during an interview with the Archive of American Television, Boyle shared his belief that his irritable mood that day might have helped him land the role of Frank Barone. The part turned out to be a significant opportunity for Boyle, earning him 7 consecutive Emmy nominations and solidifying his place as one of the show's most memorable characters. Peter Boyle's cancer diagnosis in 2002. Even so, Peter Boyle made a conscious decision to keep his illness a private matter, choosing not to share the news with the entire cast and crew. Instead, he confided in his immediate family and a few trusted individuals from the production team. One of the people he told was Doris Roberts, who played his on-screen wife. Seeking her perspective, he asked if he should inform the rest of the team. Roberts advised against it, saying, "No, you don't need to be treated as if you're terminally ill. What you need is for them to keep writing material for your character." Taking her advice to heart, Boyle continued working on the show without disclosing his condition to most of the cast and crew. Sadly, Peter Boyle's life came to an end shortly after the series concluded in 2005. Although he appeared in the film All Roads Lead Home, it was only released posthumously in 2008. Peter Boyle passed away in 2006 due to complications from myeloma, a bone marrow cancer and heart disease at the age of 71. Even with the passing of such a remarkable actor, he left a lasting legacy and lived a fulfilling life. Ray Romano's brother mixed feelings. While using real-life stories added authenticity and humor to the show, not everyone was pleased with the results. Ray Romano's real-life brother Rich worked as a police officer, just like Robert, Ray's fictional brother on the show. However, this led to teasing from Rich's co-workers, who mocked him over certain events portrayed in the series. In an interview, Ray shared that his brother had a habit of borrowing items from fellow officers, which became a running joke among them. While the show's success brought joy to audiences, drawing from real-life experiences sometimes created complications for the people who inspired the stories. Robert Barone, Raymond's comedic and lovable brother, was a fan favorite on Everybody Loves Raymond. Recognizing Robert's popularity, the show's creators came up with an idea for a spin-off series centered on his character. The proposed show would follow Robert as he moved to Philadelphia and began working as a gym teacher, showcasing his life in a new environment. Phil Rosenthal, the show's creator, pitched the concept to CBS, and the network showed interest. However, discussions stalled when they couldn't agree on the details necessary to move the project forward. Despite its potential to appeal to a large audience and attract significant viewership, the spin-off never materialized. Patricia Heaton's love for playing mom roles. In the television series Everybody Loves Raymond, the character Deborah Barone, played by Patricia Heaton, struggles with maintaining boundaries with her in-laws, who live nearby and frequently disrupt her personal space. Like many female characters in 1990s sitcoms, Deborah often feels stressed and overwhelmed by her responsibilities, with much of her hard work going unnoticed. Patricia Heaton's performance as Deborah was widely praised, earning her multiple award nominations throughout her time on the show. She won the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series twice, in 2000 and 2001. Additionally, she was nominated for the same award every year, from 1999 to 2005, even though she only took home the prize twice. When the show came to an end, Heaton found it especially emotional. Saying goodbye to a long-running series can be tough for actors, and Heaton experienced this firsthand when Everybody Loves Raymond concluded after 9 years. During the final rehearsal, she was so overwhelmed with emotion that she cried uncontrollably, losing her voice in the process. This delay led to the postponement of filming the final episode, which had been scheduled in front of a live audience until her voice returned. Heaton's reaction underscored the deep connections formed among the cast and the importance the show held for her. After Everybody Loves Raymond ended, Patricia Heaton found a new role as Frankie Heck on The Middle, which aired from 2009 to 2018. Beyond acting, she also wrote a book and began advocating for causes that were close to her heart. In addition, she returned to television in 2019, starring in the series Carol's Second Act, which ran until 2020. Casts of Everybody Loves Raymond. Maggie Wheeler, known to fans of Everybody Loves Raymond as Linda, a friend of the Barone family, originally auditioned for the role of Deborah, Raymond's wife. Although Maggie was a strong contender for the part, CBS decided she wasn't the right fit for the role of Deborah. As a result, Patricia Heaton was cast instead. Even so, CBS wanted Maggie to be part of the show and offered her a smaller role, which she happily accepted. Her performance in the series was well received and enjoyed by both viewers and fans. Regrettably, Doris Roberts died in 2016. Doris had an incredibly successful acting career that lasted more than 6 decades. She gained widespread fame through her roles in a variety of films and television shows over the years. She was celebrated with 5 Emmy Awards and a Screen Actors Guild Award. In addition to her memorable role in Everybody Loves Raymond, Doris also showcased her talent in productions like Mrs. Miracle and Grandma's Witness Protection. When Doris Roberts passed away in April 2016 at the age of 90, she left behind a remarkable legacy in the world of entertainment. Ray Romano's late show breakthrough. Before rising to fame as Raymond in Everybody Loves Raymond, Ray Romano worked as a stand-up comedian. To help support himself financially during this time, he also worked as a delivery man, transporting couches. Ray spent 12 years perfecting his stand-up routine before getting his big break. His talent was noticed by producers from The Late Show with David Letterman, where his performance captivated audiences and set the stage for his future success. After Ray Romano's successful appearance on The Late Show with David Letterman, Letterman's production company showed interest in working with him on a television series. This pivotal moment led to the creation of Everybody Loves Raymond. While the show became widely loved and admired, there are some fascinating details that many fans might not know. For instance, Everybody Loves Raymond was produced by David Letterman, and Ray Romano developed the concept after drawing inspiration from Seinfeld. The title of the show came from a comment made by Ray's real-life brother, who joked about being jealous of Ray's Cable Ace Award win. The series was incredibly successful, running for 9 seasons and earning a loyal fan base. It claimed 15 primetime Emmy Awards, including Outstanding Comedy Series in 2003 and 2005. Everybody Loves Raymond even earned a spot at number 60 on TV Guide's list of the greatest TV shows of all time. Now that you know some behind-the-scenes details, let's explore the work that went into adapting your favorite television show for the big screen. Behind the scenes of production. Each episode of Everybody Loves Raymond was developed over a standard work week, beginning with script readings and rehearsals on Monday. On Tuesday, the actors continued rehearsals while the writers made necessary script revisions. On Wednesday, CBS executives reviewed the cast's performances, while Thursday was reserved for camera setup and blocking to prepare for the Friday taping. The writing process often began with the writers sharing personal stories, which frequently inspired episode plots. According to Rosenthal, the process involved in-depth discussions until a solid storyline emerged. Mackenzie, who directed several seasons of the show, noted that the writers efficiently completed scripts for 13 episodes before filming began each season. Rosenthal, as director, insisted on strict adherence to the script and discouraged improvisation during filming. Although alternate lines were occasionally added, Garrett observed a difference between the structured approach of Everybody Loves Raymond and the more improvisational style used by the cast of Seinfeld. The exterior shots of Ray and Deborah's home were filmed at 135 Margaret Boulevard in Merrick, New York, with the property valued at approximately $500,000 as of August 2018. The house's on-screen location, directly across from Frank and Marie's home at 136 Margaret Boulevard, symbolized the close-knit and often intrusive family dynamic of the Barones. The show's unique style. Jeremy Stevens explained that what made Everybody Loves Raymond stand out from other sitcoms of its time was its emphasis on storytelling and its depiction of real-life situations. Julie Pernworth, CBS's president of comedy development, described the show as a traditional sitcom that brought a sense of sophistication to the genre. The show's lasting appeal came from its timeless sitcom structure, similar to The Honeymooners, and its lack of references to contemporary culture. This approach, combined with piano-heavy background music and the use of the New Yorker-style typeface for the credits, added to its polished and refined atmosphere. The theme song, composed by Terry Trotter and Rick Marotta, drew inspiration from Woody Allen's Manhattan and was improvised to create an original tune. Although the setting of Everybody Loves Raymond was simple, its episodes tackled emotionally complex stories, which set it apart from typical sitcoms. As noted in the Sitcom Reader 2016 by SUNY Press, the show reflected a broader trend in 1990s television, which targeted older audiences by focusing on storylines centered around adult characters rather than children. During the production of the second season, Ray Romano discussed the difficulty of creating a family-oriented show that blended adult humor with authenticity and relevance, while still being entertaining. Drawing from his personal experiences, Romano shared his struggles with anxiety attacks and considered the possibility of portraying a father who deals with similar emotional challenges. He wondered how audiences would respond to such a character. To maintain a focus on adult themes, the creators deliberately reduced the prominence of the children in the show. Romano himself expressed a preference to keep the spotlight on the adults, humorously stating, "I don't want to be upstaged by toddlers. I already deal with that at home." The material from Romano's stand-up routines, which served as the foundation for the series, reflected his perspective as a father who deeply loves his family, but also values his individuality and personal space. Show syndication journey. On December 20th, 1998, WPIX New York and KTLA Los Angeles, both owned by Tribune Broadcasting, acquired the syndication rights to Everybody Loves Raymond from Imar Entertainment. Reports in Variety stated that Imar earned weekly license fees ranging between $90,000 and $100,000, along with 1.5 minutes of barter advertising as part of the agreement. Initially, Imar planned for the reruns to air on these channels in the fall of 2000, but the launch was delayed until the fall of 2001 to avoid clashing with other sitcoms entering syndication that year. The deal, spanning 4.5 years, allowed the channels to broadcast the show through the fall of 2004. On January 26, 1999, cable network TBS acquired syndication rights from IMAR for a 4-year term. The show continued to air on local television stations across most markets during its syndication period, which lasted until 2016. After its TBS run from 2004 to 2021, Everybody Loves Raymond moved to TV Land, where it is currently available. In Canada, the show airs on CMT and Deja Vu, while in the United Kingdom, it is regularly broadcast on multiple channels. Warner Brothers International Television handled global distribution of the show, while King World managed off-network syndication distribution in the United States from 2000 to 2007. CBS Television Distribution took over King World's role in 2007. CBS retains the American syndication rights, while HBO and Warner Brothers hold all other distribution rights. In the United Kingdom, Everybody Loves Raymond became part of Channel 4's breakfast lineup, airing every morning from 8 to 9 Soctor as a 2-episode block. As of 2024, it continues to air weekday mornings. The show is also available on Foxtel's pay TV network TVHTS, formerly known as TV1 in Australia, where it previously aired on Fox Classics, Comedy Central UK, and 10 Peach, a Network 10 affiliate. In India, the series re-airs on the Romedy Now channel. HBO released the complete series on DVD for Regions 1, 2, and 4, with the Region 4 box set debuting on August 13, 2008. In Australia, the first 5 seasons were reissued in 2006 with slimmer packaging compared to the original wide spine cases, some including cardboard slipcovers. Between 2009 and 2012, DVDs for North American distribution were repackaged with standard-sized cases. Additionally, the first season was released on VHS on September 14, 2004. Before its removal from Netflix on September 1, 2016, all episodes were available for streaming on the platform. The 6th season DVD set also included the episode Marie's Sculpture, which had previously been unaired in the UK, released almost 5 years after the end of that season. From Patricia Heaton's concealed surprise to countless other fascinating details, the sitcom continues to remind us why it's a timeless classic. Were you surprised by these secrets? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more, and don't forget to check out one of the 2 videos on your screen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.